Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. How are you today? Today, I would like to sharing about meeting 2, but inside computer. Inside computer, I think there are so many parts about the computers. Okay, let's check about that. Inside a computer, I think this is about a general force. Computer has 4 main components like ALU, EO, and then I think you know exactly about ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and then there is about unit control unit, or memory, input and output. Okay, this is about part of the inside computer. Okay. And then arithmetic logic unit. I think you know exactly about that. This is about capable of performing 2 classes of operation, arithmetic and logic. And then the first about the control unit. The control unit often called the control system or control central controller. This is about how to manage computer various components. And then the control unit always read and interpret a program instruction, transforming into a series of the control signal which activate other part of the computer. This is about the function of the unit control is meant to control about the computer, how the computer read and interpret about the program instruction, about the transforming, about anything in that computer. Okay, but the memory, as you know, memory is a part of the important things. If you want to save about something, we must need about the memory. Okay, and then there is about the 2 parts. There are 2 parts about the memory. The first about the RAM, random access memory, read-only memory, and then RAM can be read and written to any time the CPU command, but RAM is preloaded with data and software that never change. Okay, I think you understand about that, yeah. Jadi there are 2 parts about RAM and RAM. Okay. Jadi it means so the computer memory can be few a list cell into which number can be placed or read. Jadi this is about there are 2 part principal varieties about RAM and ROM. Okay, understand about that. I think you know exactly every day and every time you always know exactly about what is RAM and what is ROM. Okay, and then input and output. Okay, or we can say about I/O. It means which is a computer exchange information with the outside world. Device that provide input and output to the computer are called peripheral. Okay, it means or input we can say something that to input for the computer, I think. And then for the output and the device such as about the display, about the printer, about the hard drive properties and optical disk drive. Okay, this is about one example about the output. Okay, and then for the input, this is about, for example, input device and any piece of the computer used to provide data and control signal to information and information processing system like keyboard, mouse, scanner, digital camera, and joystick. This is about the one example for input devices. Okay, jadi if we want to operate about the computer, we must use and we must need about the input devices such as keyboard, mouse, scanner, digital cameras, and joystick. And then output devices This is about the computer hardware equipment used to communicate the result of the data processing carried out by an information processing system such as a computer, which convert for the electronic generate information and then into the human readable form. Okay. And then for the example, input devices, I think this is about example for the input devices like the mouse. You can look at about that. Why it named with the mouse? I think look like mouse because this is about the tail. Yeah, I think. Okay. And for the keyboard, okay, the keyboard is still communist way of the ordering information in the computer. And then the trackball, the alternative to the traditional mouse and often used by graphic designer. Okay, like that. Input devices like scanner. Jadi, so if we want to scan about something, we must need about the scanner, yeah. And then touchpad like this, like this. If you use about the computer, you can need touchpad. This is about the alternative. And then light fan. Okay, and then joystick. If we want to game, we can use about the joystick. Okay, and then output devices, about the example like monitor, LCD, printer, or the others. Okay, and then output devices like router, speaker, and then speech synthesis and storage devices. Now, this is about the, if we want to save the data, we must use about something to save about our data, like hard disk, like flash disk, I think. Okay, and then about the size of the hard disk, I think there are so many number, yeah, like the capacities for the enormous gigabyte, yeah, 100, often 100 until 5,000, 1,000 until 5,000 gigabyte. Yeah. A gigabyte is equivalent to 1,024 megabyte. And then for the hard disk cost, relatively normal. Yeah, this is about the cheapest of the storing data. And then about the mind of the computer, how the processor store use immediately data like random access memory. Okay. I think you know exactly about the random. Okay. And then how computer is measured. This is about the measure of the computer like bit, byte. Okay, this is about the bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte. Okay, jadi for the little is bit, and therefore the bigger is the gigabyte. Okay. And then how computer memory is measured? Microprocessor is the brain of computer, like our brain. Yeah, this is about our brain for the computer. Okay, in the computer is the microprocessor. For the human is the brain. This is our brain. Okay, and then for the CPU, I think, yeah. And then for the internet, how fast your computer run, and then 3,200 megahertz Pentium is much faster than say 4,200 megahertz Pentium CPU. I think this is about the one example. Okay, I think this is about the inside computer. I think you know inside computer. I think there is about the input and output. Okay, I think you know exactly about it. Okay, for the every activities or everyday activities, if you operate the computer, I think you know exactly what is the computer. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.